Yeah, hi all. So today we'll be starting with initial load. Let me share the screen. So initial load by the name, uh, okay, initial load by the name. So what we understand is like we have to instantiate. So what do you mean by that? So let us take an example. This is my source. Target. Just a second. Yeah, hi. So this is my source and target. Okay. Now, for example, you have tables. Okay, you have few set of tables. Let me take it as blue. Right, so this is table 1, 2, 3, So all these table have been, they're existing in the database for around 2, 3 years. All right. Now, after that, now the client comes to you and it says that, okay, we need to have this table replicated through GoldenGate. So here, how will you do now that? Okay. So as you saw yesterday, like we did set up the extract pump and all, right? For example, let me take it as green. This is my extract, and I'll just draw extract pump and replicate for now. Okay, so you have the extract pump and replicate here. Okay, so thing is, if I set up the extract pump and replicate now, so what will happen? It will read from the current, I would say, live transactions. It cannot go 2, 3 years back, right? Because if you need to have, if you want the regular extract pump and replicate to read, then you need to have the archives of 2, 3 years, which is actually not possible, right? So thing is, then how to handle it? All right. So we need to have an initial load. Now, initial load, first I will show you the Oracle specified one. All right. Actually, we have total 3 types. Okay. So the base is same. All right. So let me explain first the concept and then we'll go deep in the steps. So initial load, what does initial load means is that it will it will instantiate. What do you mean by instantiate? So for example, if I have the table structure here, all right, for these, I mean, corresponding tables, table 1, 2, and 3. So for example, today is okay, 20th, right? So for example, 20th May. So my first objective would be to at least copy all the data till date from the source to target, and then after that we will have the extract pump and replicate for the live one. All right. So first with initial load, initial load. I will have all these data, kind of, let's say for example, just export from here and importing here. So with this case, what will happen till this time? Okay, suppose till 20th May and the time is 1 a.m. Till 1 a.m. it is up to date, and then after that, for the transaction after 1 a.m. I will start my extract, pump and replicate. Is it okay, clear to understand the objective of initial load? After this, I will go deep in it. Babu, Bhaskar, you, understood the objective, right? Why you need
Yes,
initial load? Okay, thank you.
yes,
So now, okay, thank you. So now, again, let us take example. Now we need to come to a very important thing, like how to actually, make it work. A few people make an mistake also, and let me show you how they make a mistake and how we can avoid it. Okay. Mm, Suppose this is live one, okay? For example, I'm using this to say that it's a live application. Okay. So, for example, okay, now if you have a live application, all right, so you don't have a downtime now, all right, in the middle of the week, the client will come to you and tell that, guys, please give us the OGG setup now, all right. So then, now, ideally, what people do, all right, and what first I'll show you that. So, okay, so for example, if you're doing initial load, okay, with the help of export and import, and the tables here, how many tables you have, etc. It's fine. Okay, so you have tables here, right? So you did the initial load here. Okay, initial load is done, and after this, suppose initial load was completed at suppose 9 a.m. All right. Suppose by, so you started around few hours earlier. Then at 9 a.m. you did the initial load, and it was completed. So it means that at this point, my source and target are in sync till 9 a.m., isn't it? So till 9 a.m., the source and target tables are in sync, as I did export and import. Okay, I'm sorry, I did wrong here. I think, suppose if I start export at 7 a.m., for example, and if that and then the import is completed at 9 a.m. So tell me, guys, till which point is my source and target in sync? And suppose current time is 10 a.m.
7 a.m.
Exactly. Correct? Now, right, good. So now you have the data in target till 7 a.m. Now, for example, so suppose you started the eh, export at 7, and in the meanwhile, after suppose 10-15 minutes, you set up the live extract and all. So I'm having a live extract, all right, pump and the regular replicates here. So extract, pump, replicate. Okay, so extract is added at, for example, at 7:30 a.m. All right. Now, tell me one thing. So, and for now, let us assume that it is an integrated one, okay? Integrated extract. I didn't touch in detail the integrated one, but for this topic, it is important to show one difference, all right? Okay, so the scene is like at 7 a.m. you started the export, all right? And the source is live, okay? So even after 7 a.m. you are like you are having the DMLs and all which are updating the source side, all right? So at 7 a.m. you start the export and all, and at half an hour after that you add the extract. So you just add the extract. You are not going to start it now since initial load is not yet done. Okay, and then you do SCP of the dumps, and then you start the import in target, and that completes by 9 a.m. So at this point in the target you have data from 7 a.m. All right. Now since the initial load is done, initial load means at you need to bring target or instantiate target to some point in time with the source. All right, so you have done that thing now, and now you need to start the live extract so that the live transaction, that is the CDR, we say change capture. So this is the initial load, and we like the extract which is used to like we or which is configured to read from the archive or redo, they call it as change, for change capturing. Simple, it's just a term, okay? So tell me one thing now, since the extract is going to start at 7:30, so what do you think, about the half an hour gap here between once the export was started and once the integrated extract is started? Any idea? Do you think the data will be lost or like how it will be?
But if the we'll be having archives, right? So we don't know how the integrated works. It will it work from the when the initial load is completed, that point of time it will take.
See, any extract, it will ideally, suppose if you add an extract at 9 a.m., it will start from that point, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the very one important, okay, so I'll explain to you. Archives and all we have, all right. Archives and all, everything we have. Of course, like it's hardly few hours, right? The
Yeah.
thing is, for initial load extract, sorry, the integrated extract, you can, there is a concept of when I say added, okay, when I say added the initial load extract, uh, okay, this space is not enough. Let me show you here. So how we add initial load extract, okay, that is register extract, extract name, database. This is a generic one. So thing is, when you register the extract, for example, okay, let me take this in notepad because I don't want to confuse you with the timings of this example. Okay. So for example, you polish your extract at 9 a.m. and then you add at around 9:10. Okay. The thing is, what they say for integrated extract is that you can start the extract from the time it was, I mean, registered, but you cannot start, I mean, before that. So even at 8:59, you can't start integrated extract. Just understand this thing point now. For the thing is, integrated extract is not very flexible to move back and forth, forth. Okay, it's not very easy to have. I mean, alter it ahead of time, alter it behind of that time and all. It just, I mean, later in the session we have in detail actually why and how and all. But this is just one important point to remember. When you want to, suppose now it is 9 a.m. and if you want to take the integrated extract back, suppose like at 8:30, or you want to take it forward at 10 o'clock. So it is not much easy, and you need to be careful of some some actually points and all. So, but with classic, you can play. Classic, you can, uh, you know, navigate back and forth e e easily. Navigate, let's say, ahead or before time easily. Now, for integrated extract, you can go behind only till the time it is registered, but you cannot go behind the time like earlier to which it was, I mean, uh, I mean, where you fired the uh, register. Matlab, if you do at 9 a.m., so you cannot take the extract integrated one at 8:59 also. But yes, suppose if you are at 10 a.m. now, then you can take it back to 9, I mean 30 and all. So if suppose if current time is 10 a.m., you can take your extract back to 9:30 also. Is this fine, clear? Just I'll explain this one point only. After that, we'll go in detail. But just understand this. I mean, to navigate in integrated extract, it has few, I mean, limits actually. You cannot take your integrated extract earlier to the time it was registered. Is this okay? Clear?
So in that case, we have to we have to add the extract the moment we started the export, right? Say that we
Exactly. Or
export at 7
yes,
o'clock, and parallelly at the same time we have to add the extract, isn't it?
correct. Yes. Or exam or you can add it earlier before
Okay.
starting the export. You can add.
But in initial classes we discussed okay the integrated extract is more capabilities in them compared to the classic extract because it
Yes,
works
yes.
log miner and everything. But this is a limitation, right? So
This is actually related to handling it. When I say performance issue, it is very well, in sync with the uh, database binaries, because it is taking for help of the log miner. But what I mean now here is you handle it. Suppose if you want to navigate it back and forth, now that is where it is some issues. So that is how to handle them. It's an another thing.
I think Sri, I think I forgotten that okay the classic extract how we are going to bring it back. We know that how to
Classic
add.
extract. Yeah, for classic. Okay, sorry. what you said, we want to add the classic, you mean?
No, I know that. Okay, I think we discussed it right already. How to?
Yes.
I mean, I forgot the syntax. Can you write it okay once again? So how to
For
start the
adding the classic
uh
or integrated.
yeah, how to move the classic extract back and forth.
Sorry. Say again.
How to move the classic extract the back and
Okay.
we added
Okay.
930.
It is
Okay.
the same way. Just alter extract name, begin, and give the time here,
Okay.
or the SCN, alter extract name, CSN.
CSN means
Change sequence.
SCN.
change.
CN.
Okay.
CN.
Let's see.
CSN, like it is same as SCN.
So it's source database SCN.
Yes, of course. Every
Yeah.
time, all time. It has to be, right? All time.
Yeah.
So here, like as you said correctly, this is what I wanted you guys, I mean, you folks to understand. So thing is, as you said, right? I mean, per answer is like when you start the, I mean, export at that time itself start the or add the extracts and all, right? But that is one option. Or what you can do is you can add it earlier, like at around 6:30 or half an hour before, right? You can add it at, okay, just add it at 6:30. Simple, isn't it? If you add it earlier than export, so yes, there will be some duplicates capture, but yes, at the end we will ensure that everything is handled. Did you understand this, or we want me to explain this again?
Yeah, we
I
got it.
think it's not clear. Okay, it's clear. Great. Again, just to go in a deep dive, the thing is, if you see here now I have first added the extract here. So the first point is please add the live extract. Okay, I mean I have seen people they miss this point. Okay, and after that they add the extract which is of no use because you would be losing the data. Or for example, if you forget to add it, then for classic, it's fine because you can alter it back if you have the archives intact. But for integrated extract, sorry, you need to add it before time itself. Because, for example, now one example I will give. Suppose if the tables now, as I said in the starting, the tables are there for around 2-3 years. Okay, now suppose they are really huge, all right, and I mean I would say around 500 to 800 I mean GB and all each, all right. So export will take around 2-3 hours, SCP will take around 2 hours, then import. So for I mean approximately 6 hours it takes you for initial load. I've seen, I mean, why I'm saying this, because people do the export SCP and import, and later they add the extract integrated one. But at that point, sorry, you have, because like same here, like here I have shown only the I mean the half an hour space, right? For example, if I add this extract after 9 a.m., then I would be losing the data from 7 to 9, है ना? Right? Because it is still live. Changes are still happening. For example, if you have a downtime, okay, and if it is not live, then it's fine. If it is not live, okay, then it's fine. Even if you add the, I mean, the live extract after the initial load, it's okay because you're not going to lose any data. But in just this, we are doing it because we don't want it to lose data also. So, is it okay? Understood?
Yes.
Okay, great. Any doubt here? Anything more to ask? Then we can start.
In the classic one, it will read the archives when you start it, right? But the integrated one, how it's going to capture the changes when
Both
you
will
start?
do the same way. Listen, for classic one, I can suppose if I add the classic at around 9 a.m. Okay, for example, classic added at 9 a.m. We can alter it to 7 a.m. also or 8 a.m. also. Means earlier. For
Yeah.
classic is fine. Only thing is you need to please ensure that the archives are there.
Yes.
In integrated one, same thing. Even integrated one, if added and were registered at 9 a.m. and suppose current time is 10 a.m., you can take back integrated only till 9 a.m. but not like to 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.
Okay.
Understand? If, or for example, if you are in a situation where you have to take it back, then we need to downgrade the integrated to classic. Then
Mm.
alter it 2-3 hours back, like as per your requirement. Start it, let the lag get over and all. Then again register it. Sorry, again upgrade it to integrated one.
Okay.
That
But when
I mean, if I have time, I will show how you play with would downgrade and upgrade.
Mhm.
Is it fine? At least you got the logic, right? About the this is one difference, and this is one real time. People will face this issue. Actually, to be frank enough, in terms of performance, integrated scores really well. But
Mhm.
in terms of handling, when I say handling, integrated, you need to handle it with care actually. And classic is really easy to handle.
Mhm.
Okay, is it okay? Clear?
Yeah.
So let us start. Okay. Um, or suppose just one check, Babu, just have a check if you have a table of this one, Scott.emp. Would you have the Scott schema? If you have, then I will show you there.
I'll check.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please check.
Yes, we have it. Yeah.
Awesome. Then I'll show it for your place then. Sorry, where is yeah? I made you the presenter. Awesome. Okay. 14 rows you have. Give me the control. Yeah. Okay. This is source, right?
Yes. Yes. This is source.
Okay, great. Let me name it for my sake. This one is target. Okay. Okay. Here I have the GoldenGate. Okay. So now, uh, let me not. I mean, we'll create a new one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, let's create the directories and all. Where do you have space here? Well, can you just create the, I mean, uh, directory for the export and all? In the meanwhile, I will give you the param file which I have.
Sure. Yeah.
Just create both at the source and the target. Okay. Just save that work for me, please.
Okay.
Is it done? Okay. You're doing fine. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yeah, it's done now.
Okay, great. So, first step, yes, directory creation is done, right? Creation done. Target. Huh? So I'll do one thing. Create a new table. Create table Scott.emp1. I'll not touch the existing Scott in the target. Okay. So I have one. What is the structure here? EMP number. Oh, okay. Okay. So primary key is done. All right. Okay. Now you have 14 rows in the source side. So as we learned, you need to first add the live extract and all. So this time we'll create the pumps also. Okay. So let me name it as ext02. Okay. I'll ping you in the chat room. I have the templates ready with me. It will be easy and faster.
Okay.
It's ext. Okay, we need to give a name as ext02. Wait a second. Yeah, ext02. Just paste that here below.
Yeah, it's pasted there.
Okay. So this is just an extract which is writing to the local trail now. So see now we will use a pump also. So for local trail here, table scott.emp. It's emp only, right? Or employee?
EMP only.
Okay. 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 Also, please copy the other two also in the notepad. Okay. So this is the way you need to add it. So just now I'm adding only the for classic one. All right. So always before adding db login. So your extract is added here. Now let's add the pump. And yeah, this one thing I missed. Any idea? Any idea?
What we have missed again supplemental login.
Ah, awesome. What will happen here is like now if I'm adding the extract, sorry, if I'm adding the supplemental logging after adding the extract, and suppose now this is 11:18, okay, it was added, and suppose 11 to 25, I enable the logging, and if there was any data in between 11:18 and 11:25, then it will not be, then it will not capture it properly, and then in the replicate end it will fail. So always first step has to be what? Adding the supplemental logging. Always. Just a thumb rule. I mean, you guys need to have before adding extract or registering integrated extract. supplemental logging. Or if you have a downtime for your environment, then I would say it's fine. Or some clients they give total downtime of 18 hours, sorry, of 8 to 16 hours. So at that point you don't have an issue. But if you ask me, my clients they don't give much time and all. So we need to do it live only. Like they are not going to stop, they are like stop their data flow, but they want the work to be done. So at that point, this becomes very, very crucial. Okay. So login. Let's do input run data. Let me check if the logging is enabled or not. So it's not. So just add run data. And again do an input run data. Now I I hope I told you that. Now since this statement, though this is the line number, okay? Since if you want to run this statement again, just do exclamatory sign and 4. So that will run the statement which was there on the line number 4. Anyway, so it is there on one column. So logging is perfect, up to date. Now let us add the pump. So both source and target are here only, na?
Yes.
Okay. So for pump, let us create a directory first. Okay. If you see here, for the extract, I gave this, directory, right? So let's make this directory structure. So under dir dat, we need to have ext02. It's up to us, okay? We can do it as per our wish. So I made it for the extract. Now for pump, okay, under target, what I do? I mean, always, use the names which will make things easy for you. Okay. So here in target also, I am giving the source extract name folder. So it means my pump will write here the target and the just extract name. Like it's for me, for my understanding. You can use your own conventions. Okay. So let me give you the param file for the pump. Paste this in the notepad. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, we had a doubt from Sayed. What if tran data is enabled at schema level and TDL is enabled? So, nothing will, I mean, it's the same thing actually. All what I want is the tran data has to be enabled before starting the extract. It doesn't matter if it is at schema level or table level or even if TDL is on or off. All I need to ensure it before I, start the live extract. I need to have all the loggings in place.
I meant to say that if it is enabled at the schema level, should I need
Mhm.
to say add tran data again the table
No,
name?
no, 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 no. Schema level will automatically take care of it.
So just I need to do the mapping. That's it.
Yep, 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 yep. Yes. Ideally, I mean, we don't add it at, at the schema level, but it's up to you. Like if you have already added, then it will be implicit for the the new objects or the new tables. Okay, so that's fine. I'm now here we are talking specifically for the table level actually, because in the main objective what I think, for example, if your schema is having around 1000 to 2000 tables, okay, but for GoldenGate or for the whatever for the replication purpose, we are only using around 100 out of 1000. So there is no need for doing it schema level, because unnecessary additional logging is enabled even for those tables which are not part of the replicate. So that would actually increase the size of the the transactional logs. I mean, not required. Only do it for the required one. But yes, for example, if you are replicating the whole schema, okay, fine. Then enabling at the schema level is a best option.
But again, by default, we have to the supplemental logging enable for all columns, right? Let's say, as we discussed in earlier classes, for updates it will fail, right?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. So the thing is, when you have on the all calls, it is additional for your, I would say, handling. Even if you don't do all calls, that is true that the updates and all it will fail, but that will happen if someone plays with the uh, data, right? So if you can ensure that your client, or if there is a specific, I would say, strict rule that please do not, update in the target outside GoldenGate, then I don't think you will have any issues. But normally we add it to the clients. For example, if we face 2, 3 occurrence where the data has been spoiled, so at that point we enable it in all calls, because if all calls is not enabled, then it will log only the primary key, as you saw here for the Scott right here. And if at all you face any data issue which is outside GoldenGate, then we make application team solve it. Or in the worst case, do the initial load again.
No, what I'm asking is, we didn't touch anything in the target, but in the source, when they try to update, DMLs happens, right?
Yes,
But that's going to fail, right? Update statement.
why it will fail? In the
Why?
source, why it will fail? I did not understand.
No, no, no. In the earlier classes, when you try to update on a single column, if it's not capturing all the data, then it is not able to identify in the target, right?
That is for the primary key, right? At that point, the logging was not enabled.
Uh-huh.
So when logging is not enabled, it will not, it will not capture the primary calls, right? So if the primary key is not known to the replicate, how will it identify the row in the target?
Leave it about this primary key. If some other column I am updating, then
So that will be caught, right? The thing is, okay. For your question, there are few more things for me to ask. So you are saying that you are updating updating, updating any non-primary key column,
yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Okay. Now I am asking, is logging enable not on all calls? Is supplemental logging enabled? Suppose, for example, let's take Scott itself. Okay. Well, let's take Scott.emp only.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the notepad? Oh shit, I wrote in my notepad. Ah. Okay, for example, it is called.emp, all right, and in that only the logging is the standard one. So only the primary key is logged, and for example, I am updating any non primary keys. So for example, the job, all right,
Yes.
designation I will change now. Updating of non-primary key column. Isn't it? Is this what you are asking, right?
Yes.
So you are asking, will this fail in the target?
Yes.
Why? No, it will not fail because when I'm doing an update on job name, so it is like update emp set job equal to new val where employee number equal to 100, right? The statement would be like this, है ना?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the redo and archive, how will be the redo entry? The table name, which is going to, I mean, the table name and the column name, which has been changed, right? So job, and also here it will show the pre-image and the post image, right? So post image in our case is a new val, for example, right?
Yeah.
And also, as you know, in Oracle, it will use the row ID as a primary key to identify the rows, right? Is it okay? Clear? I'll go ahead.
Yes.
Row ID, and since now this till this point it is captured every time, but now since we have added the supplemental logging, it will also store which primary key column. This also, right? So
Yeah.
in the target, what will the replicate do? It will first find this record and then it will update it.
What if the update is update emp set job is equal to new val, where job is equal to old val?
So what will happen? Well, nothing will happen, right?
So let's
Okay,
say
if you want, I will. Yeah,
employee number, if I take it as a where condition employee name, there are
which is
duplicate.
not. Huh. Okay, okay, okay. So you mean to say in where clause employee name, right? Employee name equal to, for example, XXX. Okay.
Yeah.
So here also the primary column. So and employee name will be captured. See, the thing is with every row, the primary key column value will be captured by default, which is made true by adding the logging here. So what it means that with every update or every delete, my primary key columns are going to be captured anyhow. Even if you change the primary key column, even that it will be logged. If you want, I will show you this. Okay, is it fine? Well, let's see in a practical then. Is it okay? Clear? Shall I show?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, I have the data set ready, I guess. Okay, I am taking the presenter right from you, and let me share. Okay, let me see which extract I can take. Okay, scott.emp5. Oh, this is going to this. Also, any idea how to identify, suppose if I give an extract name, how to identify pump and replicate name? I'll not show now, but I will ask this tomorrow. Well, let me check why it was failed first. rbxt find.rpt. Is it running? Okay. Invalid username and password. Okay, so it is EMP5, all right. Oopsie. So 51 rows here. What is the target table name? Same. Okay. Now, at least I hope you are clear that insert it will go through, right? So we will concentrate on update only. Right? Insert you are okay, na? Why it is going through? Babu?
Sorry, can you explain again?
I'm asking, I hope you are fine insert, right? How it is replicating and all.
Yeah, insert is fine. Yes.
Insert is fine. So now let's go for the update. So let me first check the logging now. So let me check what is the supplemental logging here. Okay, so here you can see it is on almost all the columns, right? We don't want that thing, right? We want it to be enabled only on the primary key, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. So let me add a primary key here. So primary key is added,
Yes.
and I need to delete the tran data also. So let me stop everything first. Uh, delete tran data. So now if I do info, it is disabled. Add tran data. Now do an info. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let me store in the notepad also, whatever we are doing. So supplemental logging only on the primary key calls, right?
Yes.
In the target, do we have the primary key calls? No, even in the target, we need to have primary key. Okay. So let me target any existing row first. So we have this record 5484 here. Okay. So now let me update this. So Scott. So you want to update any non-primary key column, and also in the where clause we want to have propose something else, isn't it?
Yes.
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 Awesome. So set let me change the job.
No, set salary 160.
Okay.
Okay. Set sal equal to
Tell me.
some any number,
Okay.
and where job equal to analyst.
Okay. So that no, here it will be an issue here because if I do analyst here, there are
Mhm.
51 rows here. So there are existing rows also which were analyst. And in target, I have not done the initial load here, right? So for half of the data, it will fail with no data found. So let
Okay.
me show you that. No, no, well, let it fail, but I will explain you the reason right away. Because if we
Okay.
try to find the count of the rows
Mm-hmm.
where job equal to analyst, 20 rows here, and if you see here, only 4 rows. So the remaining 16 rows, it will fail, or
Okay.
it will state at the first instance because if it wants to update, you need to have the row here, right?
Understood. No, but we
So what
want to we want to see what data will come and reside in the trend data. We want to see the trend data. Let's say that when I fire this update, let's say the
uh-huh.
20 rows are going to be affected in the source side. So we want to
Yes.
see the trend data of this particular update
Understood.
statement in the, yeah,
Okay, fine. So not an issue. This is okay.
yeah, commit it.
Commenting. Okay, let me start my extract first. Oh, I didn't start, sorry. Now, I did something purposefully, okay? So now, will the data be captured in the extract? Did you understand why this happened? Extract, it did not capture it.
Uh, because mm,
This can also happen in
yeah,
your prod environment.
okay.
Okay,
So we have,
what I did, very see. Okay, I first fired an update, okay? So
yeah,
the this I mean transaction has started now. And then
Yeah.
here I did a begin now after that.
Yes. Yes.
So it skipped it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's do
Yeah.
one thing. Again, I will do it. Okay.
Okay.
So let me set salary to something around. Okay.
Yeah. Fine.
Now let's see what happens. Okay. So it has captured now. But for sure, the replicate has failed. By what error? Data not found. Oh, this is some other error. All right. Oh, this is another thing. Uh, Good thing that we catch this error. This error you will catch in production also. Okay, this is nothing related to our example, but yes, we do get this. So now it is saying that the checkpoint file is locked here, and it gave the PID also. Uh, okay, so there is no zombie process here. What was the error? This PID, right? Okay, so it is not even showing this. All right. So what it is saying that a lock has been held on the checkpoint file, and the lock is held by this PID, which is not existing. I'm very glad that this error came here because normally it comes in a prod environment. So how to handle this? It's a very standard error. You will frequently, face it. So what we do here, we will move, I mean here there is a lock from the OS end. There's some inode lock actually, right? So we need to release the lock now. So instead of finding the process and trying to kill, which is not even existing, so I'll just rename it and then I will move it back. So for example, backup. So with this way, the lock would be released. Now I hope it is failed with different error. Awesome. So see here, no data found, okay, which was expected. So let us open the discard file. Oh dear. Sorry, the comma also came. You saw here?
Okay.
Ideally, it should take that column also, which was used in the where clause. I need to check in the trail file if it is there or not.
Yeah.
But good example, huh? A good one actually. So see here, even you used what you use in the where clause, but what it caught at the end.
Yes. It caught only primary key column, not
Exactly.
the
Yep.
where key column.
Yep. let us check in the trail file if you want.
On the source side, right?
Correct, but here actually I use my extract directly to send the trail to the target. I used RMT trail in the extract
Okay.
itself, so
Okay.
I'll have to check here actually.
Okay. Okay.
But I hope your doubt is clear, right?
Yes.
How it will be and all. Okay. I'll check on it, okay? Alright, I'll check on it and I'll let you know. I think I need to add few other options, alright?
Okay.
Anyway, so where were we now? I got initial load. Okay, can you share your screen? I think it is there in the notepad is there in your screen. So I can make the present. Babu, you can share. Open the notepad, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, so initial load, you understood, right? What we are going to do now. I added the extract, I'll add the pump now. Clear, right?
Yes.
So the dir dart. So now let us see how we are adding the extract and pump. So extract who you saw, right? How we added the extract? Simply I gave word translog, that is transaction log begin now. So this is a classic extract, and I gave him from where to write. So this is the point where extract will write its local trail. Okay, extract write local. Now where is the pump here? So pump name I'm giving pxt2, and here I need to give the RMT host manual. So I'll take the existing extract help RMT host and this. Copy the same thing here. And then the RMT trail. Now, here in the RMT trail, what you have to give, like now this is a point where the duplicate will write the target. So this is the path which we made, right? dir dat target, and then right. So this path I will give here. Am I audible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll give
This
it as RT. Yeah.
table name is card.amp only.
Yeah. Got
On
on,
the
Jana.
target on the target side, table name is different. No.
No,
Yes,
it's the
yes, it is
same.
different. Oh, target side I did as EMPL. Oh, this is EMP1, right?
MP1.
I'm not able to see the font. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is the target side. So that will be taken care in the upper replicate. This is
Okay,
pump
understood.
side.
Okay.
Pump will read from this trail of the extract. It will search
Okay.
for the table scout.emp and it will
Okay.
write in this location of this RMT host and manager port this one.
Very much fine.
So if it's a different server, we just mention this remote
Correct.
host and port is
Yep.
different, or is the
Yep.
source
Yep.
one
Yep.
only.
Yes. Yes. And but ensure that this path is existing there also. So
Yeah.
use a path which is existing there.
Mm-hmm. Port is the source one or target one? It's target one only, right?
Target one. Target one. Of course. Of course.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So okay, just pxt02. Now you need to add the pump. Okay. Any idea why in the pump I did not give the DB login? Sorry, this side, this user ID and all. In the pump, I did not give why.
It's in the it is in the same machine.
So what? I mean, even the extract is here in the same machine, but still I gave the TB, I mean the credentials to log into the database. But for the
This
pump,
one will
I did
read
not give.
from the trial file, right?
Yes, 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 exactly. Thing is, pump, and again, remember the checkpoint class. Pump input is the local trail, output is the target trail. So there is no need for the pump to log in, right? Okay. So now when you're adding the pump, so add extract pump, I mean the pump name and then ext trail source. This is the like from what is the source trail for it? The source trail is same as that of the extract, right? Or you take from here. What is the extract here? So this ext trail of the extract is the source for my pump, isn't it?
Yes.
And this RMT trail here. Just give size also if you want, megabytes. Okay, but two I gave here for purposefully so that the new trails are uh, generated. Okay, but in real time production, it has to be minimum 500 MB at least. What I have seen. So there's no need to do a DB login and all since it's a pump side. Oh, sorry. Here I gave the pump name wrong. It has to be same, right? This. So my pump is all set to go, right? Now let's have the replicate. is this in the notepad for me? Is it fine if we extend today? Because like we're in the flow actually.
Okay.
Fine, right? Okay, thank you. Everyone, just let me know. Like I'm going to extend. So any issues, then let me know. Okay. Because since we got in the flow again to get in the same flow, it will take me another few time. So all right. So I'll copy this DB login. Okay, fine. 30 minutes. Okay, I'll extend. I I will try my best. So handle calculation for now. I will not add. What was the name in the source side? Scott, and the target it is Scott.emp1. So here is what you need to handle it. Scott.emp1. Okay. And Babu, please send these files in the group. Okay, like all this adding and all, so that it's helpful for all. Okay. Now, how to add the replicate here? So ideally, we use the checkpoint table. Okay. Last time, did we use info checkpoint table? Sorry, table login is required. Oh, detail. Okay, so checkpoint table is already present the last time we had created. So this point zero two ext trail. Now, what will be the ext trail for the replicate, or I would say the source trail? When I say ext, it means like a source trail. So the source trail would be the one. No, we did not. Okay, the source trail would be the one which is sent by the pump, isn't it? So just open your pump. What is there in the RMT trail? It is a source for the replicate, isn't it?
Yes.
Then checkpoint table, checkpoint table name. I hope the logging is done. Yeah, it's done. So my replicate is also started now. Okay. So, okay, let us do the initial load now. So the logging is enabled. So what all we have created the directory, logging enabled, supplemental logging enabled, then live extract, pump replicate added. Ideally, live extract has to be added. Even if you don't add the pump and replicate, and if you add them afterwards, well, that is fine, but extract is more important, right? Now let me create for the how to add that. Okay, what if we want to add that? Then it is simple. Okay, let me post you the statement for the checkpoint. You need to just do an add checkpoint. Let me type that. Add checkpoint table user dot table name point table name.
You're not typing here.
I'm typing in the chat for Sayed. He asked doubt.
Okay.
Okay. Now, where is the export which I had given the? I mean, I think I gave you the par file, right?
Car file you didn't.
I gave
It
you,
is
right?
it
Okay,
is
fine.
there in the chat upstairs.
Okay,
We
I'll
didn't
check in
copy.
top.
Or else I will give you again. Wait a second. It's fine. It's fine. Let's not waste time. Let me give you again. Yeah, please have this in one notepad for me. Last, at the last, yeah. Okay. Can you please update the directory name and all? I'm not sure which one you created.
Okay.
Okay. Done, right? So it only okay. Fine. So let us now how we do let me show in theory first, then I will show in practical. I'll share my screen now. Oopsie, Babu has left. 1 second. Babu, hi. Are you back online?
Yeah, we are on.
Yeah. Okay, great. You're there, right? Yeah, good. Okay, now let me show you what we will actually do in diagram and then I will show in the practical.
Okay.
So this is source and these are your three tables, all right? This is my target. All right. So now I need to do the initial load. So till now I have added the supplemental logging, created my live extract, pump, etc. and my replicate, isn't it? Well, this is exactly what we are, right? where we are now. Now what I will do, I will take an export. Now same way, suppose it is added the extract at 9 a.m. Alright. Now after 30 minutes, suppose at 9:30 we'll start the export. So here what I will do, I'll take the SCN of source, of course, at 9:30 and uh, and export using the using that SCN, because I want the data to be consistent. If I just directly take an export, then there is a chance that like a few tables will not be, I mean the uh, consistency, it will not be there, right? If I just take an export, for example, if I take an export for 10 tables, if I initiate the export for those 10, so first it will export table 1, 2, and the meanwhile any other process they updated table 5, 5, 6, so it will catch that also updated. But I want all the tables to be captured at the same SCN for consistency, so that I can be very sure कि guys, all my table are in sync till this SCN. Or if I don't export using SCN, I cannot say, few tables would be in sync till SCN1, few till SCN2 and all. So that is creating a hell lot of confusions and all. So safe way and standard way, which everywhere it is used this way, take an flashback or take a current SCN and export using that SCN. So is it okay, right? Clear? Why to take an export SCN?
Yes, yes.
Export SCN took this SCP, import here, just import. I'll import here. So all these tables are there here. That is from this next. So till from 9:30 at this point, everything is there in the target. And for example, it took around 3 hours, for example, 3 hours for total export and import and all. The thing is, now since we already added the live extract and pump earlier, I will start my extract. So ideally what we do, now here is the trick. I started at 9:30, right? This export, and this extract was added, for example, at 8 a.m. So if I just start my extract, it will start extracting data from 8 a.m., isn't it? So you can say that there is a duplicate capture, isn't it? Like few data which is already there in the export would also be caught by the extract also, isn't it? I'm saying few.
Yes, yes.
Right. So thing is we let extract capture ideally and we handle that in the replicate end. So what I'll do for the replicate, I will tell it start, start replicate name after CSN. So I will handle here. I'll tell replicate to start after CSN and I will give this SCN. So replicate work would be just to scan the log files, sorry, the trail files, and once it get that SCN, then it will start to replicate. So in this way, even though extract is capturing the duplicate data, which can be from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., the replicate here will properly apply only those transactions after 9:30, those which came after 9:30. Understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I think you must have read this line, right? That handle collision is used during initial load and all. Have you guys read that line? I mean, ideally, even
No,
in
we didn't.
okay. So thing is, there's an standard saying that handle collision, yes, it is mostly used during initial loads and not for the live, I mean, or the live uh, environment. Like after your initial load is done, ideally you should not use the handle collision. Now, why handle is used? Okay, why handle is used? Because now here we are doing it a very systematic way, right? Like I started the replicate properly after this SCN. For example, if I just start the replicate, so there will be some duplicates, right, between 8 and 9:30. So even that can be handled by the handle collision. It means that if I don't start it with this, okay, if I don't do this after CSN and I just start my replicate, so it will also read the trace for the transaction which extract is extracting from 8 a.m. So for this 1.5 hours, there might be some duplicate data. So that also replicate will try to apply. So in that case, the handle collision will come in place. This normally happens, I mean, here, this is a very simple case because extract is fresh and the table it is having only one. But what if your extract is already an existing one, okay, and it is for example extract. Okay, till now it is okay, right?
Yes.
Everyone now? Sure? So this is very basic one. If this is clear, then you will understand few other complex stuff. Okay.
Yes.
If you see the agenda of my course, there is another use case. For example, in a live extract, already which is having around 20 ta ta tables, all right. And there you are adding new tables in the existing extract in the above. So there, how to handle it? So there would normally people mess up and they do with after CSN or to avoid that they do the handle collision. So this also I will explain. But for now we are going with the very basic use case where the extract is having only one table. Oh, I'm sorry. That has to be shown in your screen. So is it okay, clear? Because we are going to perform this thing only.
Yes.
Okay. So making you the presenter now. Everything is ready, right? Okay, here I need to take the flashback SCN. Flashback SCN is the source SCN. That's it. This is my SCN. Okay, so we'll look at the export var file. I gave the standard directory name, dump, log file, content, data because the structure is already there. And flashback SCN is the current SCN at this point, and the table scott.emp. Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay, expdp. Okay, it's done. Now for my import, I need the remap table. I hope the table space name is same. There is this one import
Same location, same location.
same location there. Okay, then we can use the same only. Tables okay, all right. Put Scott. Let me set the environment properly.
Target 12.1.
1 second. Okay, target 1. While import, please be very careful, okay? Yeah.
It's done.
Okay, good. So initial load is done now, right? And let us add few data, all right?
We are on the target.
Thank you for, yeah, thanks, man. Okay, so let's insert few more records, which came after the export. That is the objective here. Understanding?
Yes,
I'll start with
understand it.
the series of 8. Sorry?
Yeah, we are with you.
Yeah. 2 rows inserted. Okay. Now import is also done. Now let us check in the target for the count also. Okay. So count is 14 here, and it is here it will be 16, right? Okay. So now I'm just starting my extract. From which point it will start? Almost an hour back. See here. It is still having an hour lag. Let's check in detail what it is doing. Just do a send extract name status. Okay. So you can see it is reading redo thread. From the thread 1, it is reading sequence 10, this RB and all. So it wrote some, see the current write position. So in the sequence number 0, it wrote some files. So I think the lag is 0, I suppose. Okay, it is 0. Now let me check the hourly lag. Sorry, the stat. So you can see here the 2 inserts were captured, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it has.
So now let me start my pump. So here it is still on the RBA 0, so it has not yet started to read. So let's wait for some time. Yeah, now you see, now it has read it. So it means that it has sent files here also, the RMT location. Where is my our replicate here? Now, what I'll do here, start replicate after CSN. Where is my export bar file? This CSN, right?
Yes.
Do it. See, the 2 inserts were captured. So now if I check the count in the target, 16 rows.
16 rows. Yes. Bingo.
Right. So this is one way of export and import. So tomorrow I'll show you other 2 ways of the initial load.
Okay.
Any doubt up till now? Please ask.
It's clear for me.
Okay. Can you please send all these notepad to the main group also? Just yeah. What I'm saying, because why I'm saying this, if you just format it a bit, like we added the extract here. I mean, this is all half, right? So paste the whole param file here of the extract and all. The thing is, if you do here more, so you will, so there's a chance that you might encounter some doubts also. Oh, sorry. Okay, so please just make this super notepad proper and just send in the group. Is it fine?
Yes, yes.
Yes, fine, sir.
Yeah. And Syed, anything you have, or is it all fine?
Yeah, it's fine, Sri. Thank you.
Okay.